Today we are going to go old school.
Yes.
Because we're a bit exhausted, election fever exhaustion, and it happened to be an amazing weekend. It was like summer in November, which is unbelievable. Love?
Amazing. 18, 19 degree is never seen.
18, 19 for Canadians. For our American friends, it's like 70-ish degrees, which is fantastic. So today we said, what are we going to do? And we said, let's do something easy and old school, but it looks complicated, but not complicated. Would you agree, darling? You've seen me do it.
It's going to be exactly how the grandmother, the nonna Italiana in 60s, 50s, even more than
50s.
that.
Yeah.
They did this like this for centuries, we can say.
So, want to know what it is? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And we're back. My name's Anthony.
And I'm Anna.
And together we're
Italian cooking.
Unscripted. Unscripted because everything we do is done with a pinch, a dash, or a handful. Super simple. Today, we're going to do...
Sausage.
You said it with a dialect.
Because of you.
I don't speak dialect. I don't speak proper Italian.
In Italian it's salsiccia. Salsiccia.
Salsicce.
Salsiccia.
Salsiccia. Sausage is what we used to say when we were growing up. So we're going to make homemade sausage, really, pork sausage. You'll see how easy this recipe is. The trick is small batches. You make a little bit, you can put it in the oven, saute it, do whatever you want with it. I like it. You?
I do.
Stay tuned. So we start to make the sausage. This is the way to sharpen, or I've seen it this way. To have a really, really sharp knife is important when you're going to cut meat. So what do I have to cook? A nice piece of meat. I said I don't make a lot. Like, I'm not going to be making things and storing it for the winter here. I will when we go to Italy and live there. But for now, just a small piece, not very expensive. What meat do I use? Pork. Shoulder is what I like. You need to have some fat. If you don't have fat, then you get a sausage that's just too lean. So you have to have fat and lean muscle in it. Now, what did I learn about making sausage? I learned is you can use the machine to make it, or you can cut them by hand. And for years I went to Italy and I would have their sausage and I said, oh my gosh, it's so delicious, I don't know why. And then I'd come here and I'd either buy it at that time because I really wasn't into it, so I would buy it at these Italian specialty stores and think that they were going to give me something that's amazing. And in reality, it just wasn't there. The texture wasn't there and I couldn't figure it out. And then one day, I was talking to an Italian person living here, and he said to me, dude, he said, don't pass it through the machine. Don't grind it like minced meat. He said, you have to cut it by hand like the nonnas used to do in Italy. All you need is a sharp knife, and you just take it piece by piece, just like that, and you just cut. It's just not very difficult. So just choose a way to cut it. You just cut pieces.
Do you use the fat too?
Fat, absolutely, love. So you have to be a little careful. Remember, when you're cutting, keep these fingers turned inward. So you got it to about here. Line them up. You cut about that big. I like to do it on a Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Anna's doing her thing, I'm doing this. We pass the time, and I like it.
And I help you because
you help me when it comes to, because we've got to put these inside the casings, right? So that's where I need Anna, because you need like 3.5 hands.
Casings that are here.
So where do you get this stuff? You need to have some Italian specialty store. The casings that I buy, of course we say the word casings, but it's intestines, packed in salt, and then you just take it home. Sometimes I put it in the freezer, or if I'm not going to make it right away, or if I'm going to make it, then you just take it out about 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes before. Put it inside some water, change the water out a couple of times, get the salt out,
They can stay for a long time
Oh
in
yeah.
the freezer.
Oh yeah. It's in salt, and if you put it in the freezer, stay 100 years. Now my mom, she used to make it occasionally, but there were some from the old country. Let me tell you, they would make and put it in the freezer. They bought themselves these big giant sized freezers, and they put them in the basement. And they get half a pig or half a pork or whatever you say, and they would make sausage galore. You know, I know people say things like, "Oh, you know, it's fat," and then fat used to be bad, just like everything else that goes through the bad phase. But the reality is I wouldn't nourish myself on sausages, but a little bit of sausage, even if you had it once a week. Come on, let's try to avoid frying it. I like doing it in the oven.
Nono makes them very good too.
Yeah, because
with red wine.
But I'll tell you where it's really amazing. I swear to you, if you put it in a ragu, it is so delicious. I love sausage in a ragu. Look how good I am. I don't even have to look, and I can cut. Ah!
What happened?
So we got it all ready, and it was a little bit of an accident, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
You haven't fainted yet?
I'm okay. What a trick. Look, I have it all cut up. Looks good. So now we start to add the herbs, spices, but these are more spices I'm putting on. And this could be, you could do whatever you want. First starts garlic. Now, I don't like it too garlicky. I'm using liquid. Well, it's not liquid garlic, actually. It's powdered garlic. Alton Brown, actually. Alton Brown, who I love. He said if you have powdered garlic, put it in water, dilute it, and then put it in. It's better. Of course, salt. How much salt? A lot of salt. If you don't salt your sausage, and you have sausage that come out, as they say, shoka or shabit, not good. It tastes like cheap sausage. So, as you can see, I've put a lot of salt there. That's the way it's supposed to be. Pepper, I like it peppery. So, don't be shy on this. If you go too shy, it's like a pork chop stuffed in a casing. I like to put hot chili pepper in a powdered form. It's easier to manipulate. How much?
Not too much.
I'd say don't put enough that in the morning it's yaba. But
okay, it's
I like
too
the
much.
taste.
It's too much.
It comes up very little, my love.
Oh my God, it's too much.
It's very little. And then fennel. It should be better to be crushed just a little bit. You can even toast them before, but
for the sausage.
Toast the
spices.
Fennel, you get more flavor and all that. I guess if I was like a 3-star Michelin chef, but I'm more like a 1-star Goodyear chef. So we mix it up and make sure that all of those spices, the salt, the pepper, everything gets together. Now, true sausage makers at this point, they make a small little patty, fry it up, and taste it to see if the spices are right. Because if they're not, it's embarrassing. This is probably so mild. But
I'm gonna be the judge of that.
For you, you're gonna like as soon as you, like my granddaughter. I gave her a little bit of chili. Better to get it right now, because if not, embarrassing. If you bring sausages to somebody and they're like shavit, not salty, you're gonna get the it was pretty good. You want to taste?
No, thank you. You can taste it.
I find that these sausages aren't exciting me, but they're not exciting because it's always the same thing. When you see them being made, you're not crazy about them.
No.
Then when they're all there and I take them out of the fridge, just like they are at the supermarket, when you see them all wrapped, oh, I really want some.
Good?
Guess what? Salty. Delicious.
Okay, give me a piece too.
No. Is there any more left for me to taste?
No.
You ate all of the sampling. Okay.
It was good.
This has been sitting there, and it's good to let it sit a little bit because it absorbs it all. El Machino. This is old school machine. Not expensive. It's a casting. It's aluminum casting. I think the patent on this ran out in 1923 in Italy. And so everybody has them. Any Italian store will have them. I think this was like $35 at the most. I don't particularly think they're that efficient in mincing meat, but I know, Anna, your parents used to mince meat with it.
Yes.
This is a mincemeat one. Useless. She gave it to me. This one is too big. Useless too. But I do use it. I take this, which this is the, what do you call this? The grinder, the grindinator, baby? I don't know what you call that.
The grindinator.
You put this little propeller, the propeller. You put that propeller in there. Then you put the big one so it doesn't cause you any problems. I'll line it up. This on it because I'm going to make the casing. So I put the funnel on for the casing. Like this. Are we ready?
No! Wait.
Oh, I'm bored.
I know. This is
Because we got to do
new.
TikTok after this.
Exactly, dancing. No, it's here. Yeah, you're right, it's here. You're gonna kiss me after that, huh?
Casing is going up. No! Darling, with these gloves, it's harder for me. Thank you.
It's a little bit tricky, and you have to go the same in all sides, if not it blocks. See, as you see, we have
Right in here. Nice
and
and...
don't throw things on the floor.
I never did that, ever.
Yeah, always, every time.
And now,
It's a
watch the magic, watch the magic.
Oh, it's starting.
There we go. So now, as it's coming out, Anna controls the thickness of it,
Yes,
but watch, it's very, very, very logical.
here. If you want it more, thick, you can wait a little bit more.
I'm giving you sausage close-up here. Sausage close-up. It's not that complicated to do it. You know what I think? I'm going to come over and say this. I think it's complicated if you do the mincing on the machine. That's when it's complicated. But if you do it by hand, my opinion, it's a lot easier to do and a lot less messy. But if you have to do it with this, it's a little bit more complicated. But I guess if you're doing a freezer full, you want to use this with a motor on it. Why are you making the face for? They can't see it on camera. If they don't see it on camera, they don't know.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Look at the nice sausage that's coming out. And see, the machine will take care of it all the way to the end, and then we'll have to push some out of the funnel. I think we're done, darling.
Yeah.
You're not getting any more?
No.
Okay. So, open. See, I put the big one in. It doesn't really do much, but if there's some super sizers, it'll get it. Ow. Try to get as much as you can out of it.
This is what I was thinking.
This is how they used to do it in the old days.
I have this.
Get it. And we're done.
So how you make it to separate it in sausage? You
Oh,
push
oh,
it like
oh.
that, and then you turn it like this, and then you tie it with, where is the thing to tie it?
With rope or your
The cord,
finger.
yeah, the
But
cord.
this one has air inside, so you have
Yeah,
to.
you have to take off.
Yeah, that's it.
So
But I could tie this.
you made me a salsiccia maker.
Anna, the sausage maker. There you go.
Here
See?
we go.
She's right. Pick and turn and pick and turn the opposite ways,
So-
right, darling?
Yes, so you create a
Yeah.
space here, you see, you create a space because you don't want to
To
destroy
burst
it.
it.
You don't want to burst
Yeah.
it.
And you know, do you stuff it to the point that it's super stuffed? No.
No.
And you don't understuff it. So just enough that if you press it, if it's too stuffed, then you can't even separate it.
It's with practice.
With
that
a
you
little
learn.
bit of practice, yeah. It's not complicated at all.
It's not complicated.
Yeah.
That's true.
So there, look.
Here you go.
Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful sausage. That's a sausage. These are the sausages all made. As you can see, not that much. You see, I have a little rack on top of a tray, and I'm just nicely roasting these in the oven. So pretty easy thing, right, my love?
Very easy, yeah.
We made some sausages. We cooked them all up. Here they are. We did them in the oven. Like I said, a little bit of a, in my opinion, healthier alternative. Little sausage for you, my love.
A nice salad. We went light today, but you could make it with potatoes, with what you can make sausage, everything.
Potatoes is excellent, but
It is.
we just went light tonight, so we did it with a nice little green garden salad. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you, my love.
Thank you very much for all your messages.
Yeah,
and,
we've been having fun with it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We are.
yeah. And so we enjoy doing it, and of course, you know, when you start off, it's always a little bit rougher. But now it's really become a lot easier for us to do setups and do all kinds of things. It helps us during COVID time. We kind of get to, like we said, eat with someone. We love the likes on Facebook. We love the likes everywhere. But subscribe on YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We love you.
you.